Please be seated. Good morning, everyone. It may be a rainy day, but it is a joyful day. Special guest, Jenny Sloan, inspirational faculty and staff of the School of Social Work, family and friends, and most importantly, accomplished MSW graduates, welcome to the Winter 2024 University of Michigan School of Social Work's commencement exercises. My name is Beth Angel, and I'm the Dean of the School of Social Work. We will begin today's ceremony with an important land acknowledgement. In this region, a land acknowledgement is a formal statement that recognizes and respects the North American Indian people as traditional stewards of this land. It also acknowledges the enduring relationship that exists between Native people and their traditional territories. Land acknowledgements may mean different things to different people, and this is also true for different tribal communities. Some say that these acknowledgements address invisibility, combat erasure, and set an intention to act in a good way as we build affinities and form alliances. Our recognition is intended as an expression of gratitude and appreciation to those whose territory we reside on, as well as a commitment to how we intend to exist on this land. It is a way of honoring those that came before us and those that will come after us. The School of Social Work is located in the Huron River watershed on land stewarded by the Nishwe, Ishkidewan, Anishinaabe, the Free Fires people, who are the Ojibwe, Ottawa, and Potawatomi. As we work, live, and learn on these territories, we must keep in mind the ongoing effects of colonization, the community's struggle for self-determination, colonial state violence, and the recognition of Indigenous sovereignty. Through scholarship and pedagogy, we work to create a future in which the past is thoroughly understood and the present aims to enhance social justice while enacting an ethic of care and compassion. This is such a celebratory day. Whether you're here in Hill Auditorium or whether you're online, I'm so thrilled to celebrate with you, our graduates, and with your families, friends, and special guests. Graduates, you are an impressive class. 61 of you are graduating today with your Master of Social Work degree as part of our online MSW program. 151 of you are graduating today with your Master of Social Work degree from our on-campus MSW program. 11 of you are graduating with a dual degree, combining the MSW with other disciplines, including public health, law, environment and sustainability, public policy, and education and psychology. You include graduates who came to us with a Bachelor of Social Work degree and with a wide variety of other degrees from many public and private institutions and colleges in the state of Michigan, as well as from universities across the United States and the world, including California, DC, New York, North Carolina, Canada, China, Qatar, and Russia, to name a few. Graduates, you represent the diverse areas of study within the school. 160 of you graduate as interpersonal practice majors, 14 as community change-focused students, 15 as children and families specialists, 3 as an older adult and families specialist, 5 with a focus in management and leadership, 3 as global social workers, 8 with a focus in policy and political social work, and 4 as program evaluation and applied research specialists. Collectively, the thousands of hours you spent learning in field education established your competency as social workers, and in the process, you provided vital and innovative services to Michigan communities and beyond. Just a few examples of our graduates' contributions to the betterment of society during a time when social work services were needed more than ever include: our graduates utilized harm reduction strategies to assist teen clients who were struggling with substance abuse. Our graduates interned at a shelter in Norway that primarily served the Roma population, an ethnic group from northern India who has faced considerable discrimination throughout Europe. Our graduates worked with veterans in correctional settings as part of the U of M's Prison Creative Arts Project. They used theater as a powerful tool to connect, bridge divides, and foster moments of shared humanity. Our graduates helped to create the evaluation plan for the School of Social Work's Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion 2.0 plan. Our graduates assisted at community mental health centers and hospitals in Detroit to provide therapy and connect clients with resources including healthcare, legal support, housing, food, and clothing. Our class of 2024 reached out, raised hope, and changed society. Graduates, you come from every walk of life and from diverse locations and backgrounds. You came together for a common purpose, to be a social worker who will transform lives and society, making our world a better place. Please join me in recognizing the impressive contributions and accomplishments of these graduates. At this time, I would like to acknowledge and thank our superb faculty for their commitment to our exceptional students. I know the faculty joins me in sharing our best wishes for the graduates, with hope that the future holds great promise for every one of them. Faculty members, please stand if you are able and accept our appreciation for the excellent education you provided today's graduates. Please join me. Faculty, please be seated. And now, graduates, I'd like to take a moment to personally congratulate you. Let's see if I can hit the sweet spot here. As students, you have honed the skills that are so crucial to the work we do. You've learned to listen and empathize, collect and analyze information and apply evidence to solve problems, recognize and respect different identities and experiences, advocate for individuals, communities, and social change, catalyze organizational and policy change to be more responsive to human needs. And I cannot wait to see how you apply all of these skills to impact the world. I know you must be eager to get started. But today, we pause to celebrate all that you've done and achieved to arrive at this moment in your lives. The experiences you've had and the connections that you've made during your time here will stay with you across your entire professional careers. They serve as a meaningful touchstone that you can look back on in the years to come. You'll need that touchstone, graduates. We confront a society divided over many issues related to social justice, and the resulting policy context will challenge the work you do as a social worker day in and day out. So it is critically important that we as social workers embrace joy when we find it and create spaces to recognize our shared humanity. There is no doubt that emerging technology is going to change our work and our lives into the future, and yet your work as a social worker will never be replaced by artificial intelligence and ChatGPT. We depend on a very thorough understanding of the human condition and our network of very human relationships. Our compassion, leadership, and ability to work across differences are foundational to any effort to change society for the better. Working together, finding common ground, we can accomplish so much more than any of us can do alone. Graduates, today also marks your joining the ranks of over 17,000 Michigan MSW alumni. And I am thrilled to be the first to welcome you to our alumni community and to our profession. You enter the field at a time when the need has never been greater. You know, I always say that, but it's really true. It's never been greater. We're so excited to honor you and to celebrate together with your friends, families, and loved ones, and we are so proud of your dedication and your commitment. I'm now delighted to introduce our keynote speaker, Jenny Sloan. Let's pause. Let me tell you a little bit about Jenny. Jenny has served children and families in the fields of education and social work for 25 years. She currently serves as the Director of Clinical Services at Star Commonwealth. Jenny completed her MSW at the school in 2009 and began providing home-based therapy for children and families referred through the Child Welfare Department in Wayne County. She then joined the clinical team at a high-secure residential treatment center where she treated youth adjudicated of violent felony and sex offenses. Over her decade-long tenure with that agency, Jenny championed the integration of trauma-informed care as a lead contributor to therapeutic programming and development. Throughout her career, she has provided supervision to clinicians, served as a field instructor, thank you for that, and conducted extensive training for a wide variety of audiences, including employees, community stakeholders, law enforcement, and first responders, among others. Jenny holds certifications as a trauma practitioner and trainer and in core supervision through the National Association of Social Workers. She began her career as a music educator in the Detroit public school system, where she taught general and instrumental music and was the director of award-winning instrumental music programs. Please join me in welcoming our keynote speaker, Jenny Sloan.
Wow. Thank you, Dean Angel. Greetings, University of Michigan faculty, families, loved ones, and congratulations. Let me be the second. Congratulations to our School of Social Work graduates. Yes. Oh. It's really an honor to be here today to celebrate with you, share some reflections, and ultimately welcome you to our social workforce. I'm framing the first part of my address with the professional use of self strategy. So I'll start where Dean Angel left off in her introductions to answer a question I've gotten a lot throughout my career. How did I go from music educator to social worker, and why? You'll hear me refer to each job across my traverse from education to social work as my dream job. And something for which I am so grateful is that I felt that was true about each one while I did it. I earned my undergraduate degree in instrumental music education with a dual major in sociology at Michigan State University a long time ago. Yes, that's right, I am starting a chat with graduate and doctoral level U of M social workers, reflecting on my time as an undergrad at State. Yes, I'm doing that. Thanks, love for the Spartans, okay. Uniting, we're uniting, yes? During undergrad, I wanted nothing more than to be a music teacher, and actually began falling in love with brain science and child development while taking an early childhood music course. Along the way, I also fell in love with sociology and went on to take courses somewhere between the equivalent of a major and just shy of a degree, just to follow my persistent interest in the study. No other reason. While I was applauded for my efforts to create my own adventure, anyone remember those books? By taking on another major, I was actually advised not to make such an impractical decision, as it would undoubtedly delay my graduation. It did not. I graduated on time and worked as a teaching assistant in the social sciences department over the summer before moving to Detroit to start my dream job as a music teacher, band director, at the elementary middle school where I'd volunteered while I was completing my student teaching at one of the finest performing arts high schools in the country at the time. To offer some historical context about long ago, I was writing arrangements for songs by Destiny's Child for my students. Yeah, so before Beyonce even began her solo career. It's a long time ago. It was amazing. I loved teaching, I loved my students, and after 3 years, I was certain that I'd be there for the long haul, so I stopped renting my apartment and bought my first home, just a few miles from where I worked downtown. That following year, me and roughly 25 fellow arts teachers who also entered the district in the early 2000s were laid off, as we had been every year since we began, but this year we weren't called back. Some of us went to the suburbs, some took jobs down south, others went to work for charters, and some of us stayed on as long-term substitutes for 60% of our pay with the hope that we'd be the first ones called back if and when we were. When it looked like that wasn't going to happen, I decided that this was a good time to get my master's degree. And I had only one thought about what degree I wanted and where I wanted to earn it. I had zero ideas about what I might do with that degree, if anything. But I knew I wanted the knowledge I'd gained while earning it. Marginally employed and stumped as to how I'd pay my mortgage, my sights were set on attending graduate school at the #1 ranked School of Social Work in the United States, the University of Michigan, of course. There was going to be Wolverine pride along the way. Just wait for it. Naturally, I was met with some questions about this. Did I want to be a social worker? Not necessarily. How would I use my degree? Not sure I will. Was I going to sell my house or move? Not planning on it. How was I going to pay my mortgage and bills and go to grad school if that is, I'm accepted? Not sure about that either. Now, I'm not a reckless person, and I wouldn't even say I'm a huge risk taker either. I weave together some side hustles to make ends meet, but I never crafted a true backup plan. I mean, I had my dream job, and I was absolutely heartbroken when we were laid off. And had I not been laid off, I may have never left my job or the district. But I was. And investing in myself in a way that made sense to me, even if it appeared impractical to others, was the right way forward. And so I did. I was accepted to the U of M School of Social Work and ready and excited to attend. But before classes began, a couple months before, I received a call from the Director of Fine and Performing Arts at the time, the late, great Ben Pruitt, who told me that the principal of the largest high school in the city at the time was looking to hire a band director to fill a recently vacated job. It was a specialty position within the Specialized Student Services Department that I qualified for, which entailed teaching a full schedule of music classes and serving as a resource teacher for students with cognitive and developmental challenges. There it was. After over a year of struggle and uncertainty, there was my full-time, full salaried job teaching. Great news, right? Sure, except I was due to start graduate school as a full-time student, and I couldn't bear to choose one over the other at that point. Fortunately, the extended degree option allowed me to teach full-time while attending graduate school for the final 2 years I taught in Detroit Public Schools. And it was within those 2 years that the traverse from teacher to social worker began inside me. As it did, I realized that becoming a social worker didn't mean I was no longer going to be a teacher, but I was becoming a different kind. I left the district, completed the remainder of my degree, and graduated with an A average. In 2009. Now, if the mass layoffs in 2005 didn't hint at the massive recession to come, the 6 months of frantic job searching before landing my next dream jobs certainly did. I was hired as a contractual home-based therapist with the Child Welfare Agency in Wayne County and as a full-time therapist at a high-secure residential treatment center within 2 weeks of one another. So I had some decisions to make. As I officially entered the field of social work as a novice clinician, should I dive right in and take both jobs on at once? In the midst of a devastating recession and housing crisis, did I need to take both jobs on at once? And now that I was no longer a music teacher and stepping into the role of a professional clinician, what's my hair plan? I accepted both jobs and did them for a year. As for my hair plan, I'd gotten by with rocking a do that resembled the robust mane of Beethoven as a professional music teacher. Applause for the hair, I like it, thank you. Thank you. Kids love it, especially. But what was a therapist supposed to look like? I figured it out in the first week at my new full-time job when one of my clients made a comment, or it was more of a scathing insult about my hair, I simply explained that my hair looks like how most of you feel. And whenever the topic of my hair came up with families or other professionals across settings, I'd explain that my hair looks like how the youth we serve feel. And I stuck with that because not only did it offer a little levity in the persistently heavy ether, it got folks to consider something that most people didn't about the youth who were predominantly, if not solely, defined by the worst thing they'd ever done versus how they feel or who they are. As for my home-based clients, my presentation immediately signaled that I didn't take myself too seriously and that maybe I wasn't the scary-looking white lady with the clipboard that they were expecting. Our stimulus value matters. In that first year as a professional clinician, I'd work my job at the high-secure treatment center during the day and my home-based job in the evenings and weekends, all the while jesting that I spent more time where my clients lived than my own home. After a year, I was offered my first promotion at my main gig, so I left my home-based job to focus on the supervisory, training, and programming opportunities that this new role included. After a few years in that role, we were about to pilot the trauma-intensive programming that had been in the works throughout that time, and I was sharing my excitement about this with one of my deeply treasured graduate professors as we walked across Michigan Ave to get coffee during a break between workshops at that year's Infant Mental Health Conference. I don't want to put her on the spot, but I know I'm among countless students and professionals who credit her with fueling and fanning our fire for this work. And if infant mental health didn't give it away, starts with J, rhymes with Uli Rabato. Anyway, I'm going on about how excited I am, but also how unsure I feel about whether I'll be able to provide the high-quality supervision and level of support to the therapists treating clients on these units, especially since they were newly out of graduate school themselves. Guess which one? She encouraged me, as she always had, by assuring me that I had what it took. Then followed up with the most important question I needed to be asked, but had not once been over 3 years and just as many promotions. You're getting good supervision, right? I didn't have to say anything, as the look on my face, the sheepish wince in my eyes, recovering Catholic guilty shrug, it's a thing for some of us, and slight lean away from her dangerous but very necessary question said it all. I was not getting good supervision, barely any at all. A necessity she always insisted was of the utmost importance. Oh, Jenny, she lamented. Not in like a shaming way. It was more of a girl, energy to it. And of course I knew she was right. And I was grateful that she took the care to ask that question. And as one of the most important figures in my development as a budding clinician, I also knew that she, of all people, could understand how my underparented, highly parentified eldest child through points just may have left key blind spots on the horizon of self-care. Right? We got across the street, and I left that coffee shop with a latte and the phone number of the reflective supervisor I've now been working with for over 12 years. Woohoo to supervision. From that point, I would never again do this work without getting that level of supervision, and I persistently preach that to all who will listen. During my tenure in juvenile justice, I often describe my job as doing my very small part to put the prison system out of business. When I moved from that end of the field to directly treating young children, this didn't surprise most of the people I worked with because I regularly centered discussion on the very high correlation between childhood trauma and juvenile delinquency in whatever training I led. During this transition, when folks observed that I was going to work with a different population, I corrected them by stating that I'll be working with the same population of humans at a different phase in their life. I helped folks connect the dots by explaining that I may have begun as a therapist in juvenile justice to help put the prison system out of business, but now I'm headed to the carpet in the sandbox to put y'all out of business. And this is, of course, an absurd notion, right? And I say it just like that for that reason. Clearly, I was never going to deconstruct the industrial prison complex on my own, nor will I be able to starve the child welfare or juvenile justice system by myself. Here's where we all come in together. Dean Angel mentioned we are presently heading into a time of great uncertainty. We know that. As a country, as a planet, as a human race. But standing here a couple dozen laps around the sun from where my career began, I can say I've never been more grateful for the most uncertain times along the way. There's a lot I still don't know, and so much more I never will. But I want to borrow from some key moments along the way that steered me, every one of which was laden with uncertainty. I'm going back to state now. I was in my junior year of college at MSU, headed to my afternoon music classes, when I heard of a mass shooting that killed and injured dozens of students and teachers at a high school in Colorado. And it was carried out by two of its very own students. I never imagined that nearly 20 years later, I'd be standing near the National Gallery listening to Emma Gonzalez, David Hogg, and other survivors of the Parkland massacre plead with us to make necessary legislative changes beyond marching for our lives. But I'm glad I was. On the day I celebrated my graduation from state, or got my dream job as a music teacher in Detroit, I never imagined that in the first month in that dream job, I'd be experiencing historic acts of terrorism right alongside my students who looked to their teacher to assure them that everything was going to be okay. But I'm glad I was. During the summer following my graduation, before the dream job began, while working as a teaching assistant, I held office hours at Berkey Hall, where I'd also taken most of my advanced sociology courses, down the street from the dorms where I lived, the music building where I spent most of my waking hours, and student union where I ate lunch. At no time could I have possibly imagined that I'd be returning to those very spaces 25 years later to provide crisis counseling to students returning from campus after surviving a mass shooting that had taken the lives of their peers in those very spaces. But I'm glad I was. 15 years ago, I gave the student address at my own commencement ceremony when I graduated from this fine institution, during which I acknowledged the historic significance of having just elected our first Black president, a commander-in-chief who was also an out and loud community organizer. At that time, I never imagined how drastically opposed the implications of either outcome of this recent election would be. But I'm glad I'm here with you on your momentous day to celebrate and welcome you to this side of the challenge before us, whatever they are. Here we are, and amid so much uncertainty, here's what I know. We're here, and we're here together. I employed the professional use of self strategy to encourage you to let your interests, passions, curiosities, and whatever else draw you into spaces that may not seem to fit, but are undeniable, guide you forward. To allow the tides of wonder, angst, love, fury, take you on your path. In my current dream job, I'm reminded every day that if we apply what we know can and does work to heal the most wounded among us, those we serve can thrive through unimaginable experiences that many assume would destroy a person. In this job, I'm inspired every day by the very talented team of clinicians I have the privilege of leading, alongside my co-director, a courageous and fellow healer, and my partner in power with whom I work to evolve programming and innovate practices, and my clients, many of whom are littles ranging from ages 3 to 8, and one of whom refers to me as their play doctor when explaining what appointment they're going to after school. Best job ever. And I never thought I'd be here. Never imagined it. And cannot be without all of the macro, meso, and micro work that you'll now take part in carrying on. That's us right here, and everyone we're connected to. I want to conclude by offering some tips from where I've walked and where I stand. First, get good supervision. No matter what your role is, make sure you connect with somebody who will provide proper guidance and nurturance. If there isn't someone like that where you are, find it elsewhere or move to a place that does provide it. Renowned therapist Virginia Satir famously stated that as a human, we'll never see our own back. Make sure you connect with somebody in our field that always has yours. Next, if something you or your consumers need isn't available where you are, build it. If you can't build it there, get yourself to a place where it's already built or where there are people eager to build it with you. I assure you, these places are out there and people are waiting for you. Next, there are good people everywhere. They will likely reveal themselves to you as they notice that you are one of them. You will not find them, however, if you're not looking. Next, there is so much joy in this work. Now, it's true that compassion fatigue, vicarious trauma, secondary traumatic stress are all real and persistent risks and very common experiences affixed with this work. But we survive them by staying connected with intention. And there are so many ways to do this. While discomfort is always necessary for growth, prolonged discomfort and pain is not an inherent part of this work. But chronic and prolonged experiences of joy are. Next, and this one is a bit of a cliche, but it's a main ingredient to all Keynote addresses at all commencements where you buy commencements. Treasure your mistakes. Surround yourself with people who will help protect the sacred learning that comes from making mistakes and from the dreads of shame that often follow an error. We don't shame our toddlers for falling as they're learning to walk. And in fact, we know that the falling is essential for developing problem-solving skills. So I'm not sure why we've accepted the practice of shaming professionals who make mistakes while doing life-saving work. Let's protect the learning and honor the tries. Lastly, this one, it's more of a cosmetic tip. I wouldn't call it a hack. When you're in the company of folks who express awe for the work you do, and you will be, maybe as early as this evening at dinner, but then they go on to question their own value because maybe their professions aren't nearly as noble or courageous, essential to humanity, what have you. Don't feel the need to assuage their self-deprecating critique by insisting that everyone's paths are equally as essential as the work we do. A simple, I know, right? Or thank you is fine. I leave you with this. Social work is hard work. And hard work is good work. We have a lot of good and joyous work to do, and I look forward to doing it alongside you. Welcome to the work. Thank you very much, and congratulations.
Wow. Jenny, that was such a powerful speech. I need to share with you all this morning that Jenny shared that she had been the student speaker. We're just about to go into the portion of the program where our student speakers will be introduced. And so Jenny mentioned that she had been the student speaker in 2009 when she graduated. And I said, "Oh, are you going to reuse parts of the speech?" And she simply said, "No." But what I really want is I want to go back and find out if there's any reference to hair in that speech. Maybe we have it somewhere. But thank you, Jenny. That was really incredible. Now it's my pleasure to introduce this year's student speakers. Our first student speaker is Catherine Kelly. Before beginning her Master of Social Work, Catherine earned dual Bachelor of Science degrees in psychology and kinesiology from William and Mary. During her studies, she interned at a disability services organization in Dublin, Ireland, which deepened her passion for social work. She later conducted research on the virtual dissemination of therapeutic self-help techniques, focusing on mental health apps and creating video resources. Most recently, Kelly completed an internship at the DBT, that's Dialectical Behavior Therapy Institute of Michigan, providing therapy to groups and individuals. Outside of her professional pursuits, Kelly is an avid runner who recently completed a half marathon and a swing dance enthusiast who enjoys connecting with others through movement. She's now excited to move to the Washington, D.C. area to work as a mental health therapist, continuing her dedication to promoting mental health and well-being. Please join me in welcoming Catherine to the podium.
Even though it feels like a distant memory in mid-December Michigan, in the spring or summer, a walk along an Ann Arbor trail is filled with wildlife. Last summer, while walking the B2B trail, I befriended a family of geese. The first time I spotted them, the mother goose stood out, several times the size of her tiny goslings. As the weeks of summer passed, I'd see them in the same spot by the Huron River, growing little by little. Their fluff turned to feathers, they slowly got bigger, until seemingly out of nowhere, they were full-grown geese, almost indistinguishable from the mother. Today I see a similar transformation, steady, subtle, and now unmistakable, as we complete our Master of Social Work degrees. Throughout this program, we've been caught up in the day-to-day. Fieldwork, classes, readings, reflections, and yes, more reflections. Here and there, we noticed signs of change. A new concept clicking into place, an idea striking us, a skill working just right in field. But like the geese, it's only now that the full extent of our growth becomes clear. Only now do we see we have become social workers. We are social workers. As exciting as this is, it's also daunting. Now it's on us to make a difference, to confront inequity, injustice, trauma, and mental illness, and to help build a fairer, more compassionate world. That's a lot to take on. More than once throughout this program, I found myself thinking, this is a lot to take on. One instance was when I signed up for the Poverty Solutions speaker series. I remember thinking, solving poverty? How are we supposed to figure this out in 6 Friday lectures? As the series unfolded, I was struck by the many different paths people take to address the same problem. We heard from film directors using storytelling to open minds, researchers studying scheduling policies for low-wage workers, and a nurse working to leverage empathy to create equitable healthcare systems, to name just a few. During the series, Dr. Margot Brooks Carthon, that very nurse, shared a quote by Octavia Butler that transformed my understanding of what it means to solve a problem. The quote reads, "There's no single answer that will solve all of our future problems. There's no magic bullet. Instead, there are thousands of answers, at least. You can be one of them if you choose to be." In the Poverty Solutions Speaker Series, I witnessed the power of those thousands of answers. From storytelling to healthcare reform, each speaker demonstrated there are countless ways to take on poverty. The idea of multiple solutions resonates just as powerfully within the broader field of social work. Each of us brings our own blend of skills, passions, and experiences to the table, allowing us to approach challenges in ways that are authentic and unique. Together, these diverse approaches form the thousands of answers the world needs. As we step forward into our roles as social workers, I urge each of you to embrace your strengths, your story, and lean into them fully. By allowing our individuality to guide us, we create the innovative approaches of tomorrow. And through our collective efforts, with our cohort, those who came before us, those who will come after us, and those we will someday inspire, we can form a powerful movement for change. Class of 2024, I see incredible talent and potential within each of you. During this journey, we've grown alongside one another. Now it's time to apply what we've learned and face the challenges ahead with confidence, knowing that together we will shape the future. Congratulations, we did it.
Thank you, Catherine, for your wonderful contribution to today's ceremony. Now I'm pleased to introduce our second student speaker, Shrija Vachani. Shrija grew up in Gujarat, India, where her parents, Dr. Arti and Sandip Vachani, instilled in her the values of service, compassion, and resilience. After spending 18 years in India, she moved to the United States to pursue higher education, graduating with honors from Lawrence University with a Bachelor of Arts in Neuroscience and Psychology. Her academic and research experiences illuminated her passion for understanding human behavior and addressing mental health challenges faced by children and families. While researching early adversity and child brain development at Washington University in St. Louis, Shrija discovered her calling in social work, inspired by the opportunity to create direct, transformative change. Today, Shrija celebrates earning her Master of Social Work degree from the University of Michigan, fulfilling her parents' dream of seeing her attend this prestigious institution. During her time at U of M, she embraced opportunities to grow as a clinician and leader through internships, research, and equity-focused initiatives. Shrija is thrilled to take the next step in her journey as a post-MSW fellow at University of Michigan's Mary A. Rackham Institute, where she will further refine her clinical expertise in providing compassionate, evidence-based care to a diverse population. Srija's achievements are a testament to the unwavering support of her family, her partner Rahish, and her loved ones. Their encouragement inspires her dream of building a brighter, more just future for children, including a return to her roots in India someday, perhaps. Please join me in welcoming Shrija to the stage.
Good morning, everyone. A heartfelt welcome to this incredible day of celebration for the class of 2024. Today marks a significant milestone, not just for my fellow social work graduates, but also for the family, friends, and loved ones gathered here and virtually. Your unwavering support and the passion and dedication that have brought each of us to this moment deserve to be honored and celebrated. As an international student from India who arrived in the US 7 years ago to pursue higher education, I never imagined that I would fall in love with social work and stand here before you. This journey has been filled with its own challenges, but it has also shown me the profound impact that compassion and dedication can have on individuals and communities. Before I begin my formal address, I invite my fellow social workers to pause for a moment. Reflect on an experience or memory from our MSW journey, whether in our coursework or field placements, that deeply resonated with you and reaffirmed your commitment to this profession. Feel free to close your eyes and allow yourself to be fully present in that moment. For those who closed your eyes, you may now open them. Thank you for taking that moment of reflection with me. As social workers, we know that our lives are often fast-paced, challenging, and emotionally demanding. As we enter this new chapter of our professional journeys, my hope is that we can always return to these moments of purpose and clarity. Let them serve as anchors, reminding us of why we chose this path and why we wear the title of social worker with humility, gratitude, and pride. With each passing day, our world remains a complex and often wounded place. As social workers, we're not only witness to this complexity, but also navigate it in our own lives. Our profession calls us to challenge the systems of oppression affecting vulnerable lives, all while managing our own emotions and challenges. If there is one thing social work is not, it is straightforward. My fellow social workers, we have arrived at this moment having already experienced the profound complexity of our work. And yet, here we are, resilient, determined, and ready to make a positive impact on individuals, communities, and systems. I am deeply proud of each of us and recognize the immense strength and perseverance we have shown in advocating for social justice while carrying our own burdens. One of the most powerful aspects of being a social worker is the freedom to shape our own path. Some of us will make a direct impact on vulnerable lives by working in clinical settings like hospitals, schools, or community mental health centers. Others will drive change on a broader scale, advocating for policy reform or working to transform communities. No matter where our journey leads, my hope is that we all remain grounded in the core values of our profession, honoring the dignity and worth of every individual, strengthening human relationships, and practicing with integrity at the forefront. People often say that social work isn't rocket science, and they're right. It's harder. Unlike science, where there are fixed formulas and clear answers, our work deals with human complexity, diversity, and systems that are constantly shifting. These nuances make our work challenging, but also deeply meaningful. When difficulties arise, and they will, I encourage us to return to these fundamentals, treat others as whole people, and walk alongside them as they find healing and hope. This is what makes social work truly transformative. In just a few moments, we will step across the stage and proudly become social work graduates. As we celebrate this milestone, I encourage us to continue embracing our identity as lifelong learners. Approach the social work profession with curiosity and an open mind. While today will bring some farewells, many of us have formed profound connections with those we serve, our peers, our faculty, and staff. Let these relationships be our anchors, offering support and inspiration as we navigate the challenges and celebrate the successes that lie ahead. As we embark on this next chapter, I challenge us to face the complexities of this profession with courage and compassion. The road ahead may not always be smooth, and there will undoubtedly be moments when the weight of the world's suffering feels overwhelming. In those times, I encourage us to reflect on Pema Chodron's powerful words. Compassion is not a relationship between the healer and the wounded. It's a relationship between equals. Only when we know our own darkness well can we be present with the darkness of others. Compassion becomes real when we recognize our shared humanity. Let her words serve as a reminder that true empathy begins with understanding our own struggles, allowing us to connect authentically with those we hope to support. Class of 2024, today marks a remarkable achievement. As we step into this next phase of our social work journey, may it be filled with new learnings, meaningful connections, and a deep sense of self-compassion. I wish each of us the strength and determination to emerge as the inspiring leaders our field needs. Congratulations on this incredible milestone. Take the time to celebrate all the hard work and heartfelt dedication that has led us here. Thank you.
Thank you, Shrija, for your inspirational message during today's ceremony. Graduates, the moment you have been waiting for has arrived. At this time, I would like to present the newest University of Michigan School of Social Work graduating class of winter 2024. We will begin the individual presentation and hooding of our Master of Social Work graduates. Would the marshals, readers, hooders, and alumni board representative please take their places as we begin the presentation of the graduates? Graduates, as you cross the stage, please join me for a photo. I will direct you to look at the photographer and shake hands, and then you will be greeted by our School of Social Work Alumni Board representative, Peggy Bowden. We also have graduates who will be celebrating with us online today, and their photo will be shown on the screen as their name is read.
So, do we need all this?
I mean, I need that later. Good.
Catherine Kelly. Shrija Vachani. Caitlin Aber. Gwen Ackerman. Alessandra Olivia Akers, Master of Social Work and Master of Public Health. Sarah Muhammad Al-Haza. Nadia Salahi Uzbahi. Isabel Ann Avery. Mia Jane Bacigalupo. Wolfgang Barr, Master of Social Work and Master of Public Health. Shelley Lynn Baker. Brenna Bashor. Sophia Beebe. Ashley Marie Benke. Lynette Bowden. Gea Bremen Wanek. Hannah Elizabeth Brom. Keisha Bresna. Michaela Marie Burkowski. Kayra Byers. Mackenzie Lynn Kasacker. Julio Canino. Yin-Ki Chen. Ed Cieslak. Sophia Cinnamon. Yeah. Annie Clark, Master of Social Work and Master of Public Health. Kyla Gabrielle Cummings. Haura Darwich. Carly Davidson. Nicole Ann Divany. Maretta DeWitt. Eve Dickman. Savannah Marie Dorr. Daria Donaldson. Jeffrey Dorr. Jacob Duville. Mackenzie Leanne Dozier. Tanya Nicole Drew. Madison Rodriguez Eberth. Rachel Rose Eisenberg. Stephanie Evangelista. Nejuan Kifa Fukri. Lydia Judith Marie Farina. Ashley Facile. Michaela Fellman. Kelly Flores Mendoza. Megan Elizabeth Ford. Aaliyah Foreman. Anna Forrest. Carmen Galloway. Ethan Getchell. Madeline Go.
Slow down.
Ariana Victoria Gonzalez Pelaez. Melanie Greenwald. Ala Hussein Hadi. Kayla Lene Hampton. Tessa Hampton. Lilan Howe. Miracle Hayes. Catherine Holcomb. Liza Hollenbeck. Kimberlyn Holin Morsaw. Logan Holmes. Madison Elizabeth Holub. Leticia Nicole Ori. Kyla Hyatt. Kareem Isaac. Allie Jaster. Tashfia Jilu, Master of Social Work and Master of Public Health. Nayeli Anaí Jimenez. Brittany Rochelle Calmetta. Mina Kambash. Erin Diane Kelch. Courtney Elizabeth Kelly. Hope Kennedy. Justin Kim. Caton William Kennard. Mia Klinowski. Emma Jean Knox. Spencer Court. Emma Marie Krug. Erin Lane. Molly Lebov. Noelle Lurkey. Josephine Lapours. Sophie Lapotier. Leith Lee. Keely Lombardi. Lindsay Lunt.
Grace Ann McFarland, Master of Social Work and Master of Public Health. Amber Elizabeth Mandel. Rachel Martin. Courtney Mazer. Jennifer Maxwell Monglick. Monique Alicia Murbury. Madeline Elise Mayer. Luz Menendez Reyes. Laika Mendola. Maria Knott. Mackenzie Gaetano Mir. Madeline Rose Milski. Matthew Glenn Miller. Give me a hug. Veronica Mishek. Kirsten Elizabeth Milkowski. Teresa Louise Mooney. Megan Caroline Mueller. Congratulations. Some water. Krista Mulligan. Natasha Elizabeth Mueller. Morgan Carol Newell. Uzochi Adugo Wua, I'm sorry. Macaulay Daniel O'Connell. Amber Opperman. Nina Marie Olofsky. Safa Khadija Palmer. Jaylen Nicole Parker. Grace Lauren Pernecki. Claire M. Peterson. Let's do it. Congratulations. Logan Pickering. Thank you. Spencer Patma. Allison Nicole Pouliot. Lauren Francesca Pouliot. Olivia Ray Wallach. Mariah Lee Redmond. Brenda Nayeli Reza, Master of Social Work and Master of Public Health. Kaylee Rezkala. Sage Ringsmith. Kellyanne Rivenberg. Rachel Rowland. Preston Ross. Melissa Rutledge. Gayatri Jane Rice Salzer. Danielle Moy Sarbs. Kimberlyn Irene Sove. Espy Schneider. Maisie Claire Seal. Maya Seckinger. Benita Seed. Nicholas James Selzer. Tanya Sharma. Caitlin Marie Schellenberger. Shamanika Eloise Simon. Kimberly Sloan. Karen Smite. Tori Adna Sparks. Abigail Grace Steinmeier. Anangabi Stewart. Esri Sutter. Mariam Sayed, Master of Social Work and Master of Science in Environment and Sustainability. El Jude Tantai. Huda Taraf. Atea Templeton. Jamie Tibbetts, Master of Social Work and Master of Public Policy. Congratulations. Camden Fitzgerald Triber. Amwit Truitt. Casey Tyson. Elena Raphael Chantis. Jervon Tucker. Caitlin Elizabeth Vance. Robin Hannah Vawasin, Master of Social Work and Master of Public Health. Jenna Walters. Ingrid Weffing. Aaron Wise. Annalise Amelia Westby. Jake Nathan Wallach. Molly Wyjack. Andrew Wiley. Chelsea Weislinger. Courtney Yapel. Oriel Zeitz. Caitlin Zhao. An Zhou. Now we will present the MSW graduates attending remotely. Shoshana Elizabeth Bilker. Sarai Blanco Martinez. Jack Greenberg. Sydney Quorum. Colin Petz. Christy Lynn Soa. Brendan Steffen. Faith Surface.
Okay, everyone. What we're going to do now, we're going to make it official. We got to make it official. I now invite the MSW winter class of 2024 to please stand if you are able. On behalf of the University of Michigan Board of Regents, I confer upon you the Master of Social Work degree. If you have not yet done so, graduates, you may now move your tassels from the right to the left side of your caps as a symbolic gesture. This is a symbolic gesture that you are now alumni of the University of Michigan. If you're standing, please be seated. Graduates, please remember that graduation does not mark the end of your time with the University of Michigan School of Social Work. As alumni, we hope you stay connected and engaged through the numerous social and professional opportunities offered by our school's Office of Development and Alumni Relations. Today, you become one of the many impressive graduates of our program. At this time, I'd like to invite all School of Social Work alumni in the audience today to stand, if able, to be recognized for their amazing contributions they have made to our profession. Alumni, please be recognized. And now, graduates, it is your turn to thank your family and friends, those who stood by and supported you as you achieved your educational goals. Family and friends' support and encouragement make the great accomplishments of our students possible. Graduates, please join me in recognizing your important family members and friends in attendance today. Let's hear it for them. Graduates, family members, and friends, a great ceremony like this does not come together without the help of many faculty, students, and staff. Please join me in a round of applause or recognition for today's organizers. On behalf of all of the faculty and staff of the school, I would like to thank everyone for attending and extend congratulations from the University of Michigan School of Social Work to our graduates. Please join us for a reception in honor of our graduates at the Michigan League Ballroom on the second floor, immediately following commencement. We ask that our guests remain seated until the recessional march of the platform party and the graduates has been completed. Please feel free to join us in singing Hail to the Victors as we close today's ceremony. Please have a safe trip home after the reception and enjoy this special day. Go Blue!